I left ASU in May of 1982. The economy was pretty bad at the time. I was very lucky to actually go working full-time for the radio station group in Thayer, Missouri, Mammoth Spring, Arkansas, that I'd been part-timing at for 6 years before then. I was news and program director for a couple of years. Then I was station manager at some small market North Arkansas stations. After that, sort of got an itch to go outside of pure radio broadcasting and had an opportunity to work at an ad agency in Little Rock. So that was my first real jump from broadcasting to ad agency work. After that, the U.S. Junior Chamber of Commerce, which is based in Tulsa, asked me to be their public relations director. I'd had actually one public relations course in my entire time at ASU, but building on the entire skill set that I had then and had built, I was set for that. From there, 6 years at the Tulsa Chamber of Commerce as head of communications and as an economic development marketer. After that, it was to my company where I'm working now as head of brand and marketing communication for North America. And in the year 2000, I had the chance to go to our global headquarters in Europe and work on a very international, multicultural communication and branding team. Well, it is a long way from working as a 15-year-old at a radio station in Thayer, Missouri, which was a fantastic opportunity for a young guy, all the way to working in Europe or working internationally. What for me was very crucial was my year spent here at Arkansas State while still working professionally in radio at that time. The foundation really, not only radio TV classes, but the classes I took in business and marketing and statistics and art and literature, the well-rounded basics, which really gave me an interest in exploring and learning new things and taking new challenges. So it is a long way from Thayer, Missouri to working in Europe for an international company. But I think the education that the students are getting here today, and especially if they learn multiple languages, prepare themselves with internships locally or internationally, the opportunities are there for anybody who goes to A-State. Well, the instructors which really molded me are too many to mention. The majority, especially the ones here at what used to be the RTV school. And even in the day, back when I was here, they weren't saying that you're just going to have a radio or a TV career. I think they as well, some 30 years ago, were advising us to always be open to other communication opportunities. And that's really, I think, what is really being emphasized today. I really like the fact that the curriculum here has been updated, modernized. Even the name of the school has been modernized to become, I think, more competitive and to really create more competitive graduates for multiple careers. Well, several years ago, even in my time here at Arkansas State, the word brand management was hardly ever used. It was sort of as an aside. But now it's the core of really everything a corporation, any corporation, has to manage. Number one, typically, the number one asset of a corporation is the people, or the people on the ground representing your brand. And the second most valuable asset is the brand itself, what it stands for, the reputation, and the promise that it delivers. You manage your brand as best possible, but especially with social media these days, you cannot control everything. And you have to get your head around the fact that your brand is the people who are talking about it. So from Instagram to Facebook to Twitter to all of these multiple channels, you can monitor, you can drive certain messages, you can lead the conversation, but you cannot manage and control everything that people say about you. That means a company has to deliver really a better experience. Because if people like a product, whether it's an equipment or a car or an airline service, if you deliver a good product and service, then people will have a good experience and speak positively about you. So I think social media is driving corporations and companies to produce better products and to produce better engaged customers, who then become the evangelist for the brand. In the industry right now, there is a bit of a debate about this whole thing called personal branding. On one side, people say you really have to manage your personal brand, and I agree with that. But on the other side, people say the personal brand is the natural essence of a person that you really can't manage. I'm somewhere in the middle. I think students here, especially as they get closer to graduation, really have to start managing anything that might be negative in the social space. You know, we all were college graduates and also have a good time at university, but remember, employers look at LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, the whole social space. So I would recommend junior year, start cleaning that up, making sure you're ready to go out there with a fine appearance. Employers are also looking for things outside of school. So we talked about earlier, languages, very important. Internships, very important. Social activities which are relevant to the industry, volunteering, all of that, very, very important as someone hits the junior year and then starts looking for a job after that. So for me, the experience was not a singular experience, but it was a 4-year experience of the RTV school. And the professors, who are several who really had a lifelong friendship with me and me with them, that's very important. And the camaraderie and the spirit of coming to a place, working in a studio, actually anchoring ASU TV my last semester in college, being right here. That was probably the singular experience that molded me, as well as is the happiest memory from ASU.